How's it going, everybody? Back in the garage again. Definitely been a while since I've kind of been keeping up to the channel here. I posted one video last month in March, and I know in February I didn't really post that much either. And so, yeah, this will be kind of just catching everybody up and a little explaining as to what's been going on in the life of Dreadful. So, first things first. For those that were keeping up on the GTI build there, that is gone. Alright, so I'm not going to go too heavy into what's going on with that just yet, but basically that red GTI, no longer around. We took the VR6 back out of it, that's still around, and it's going back into a B3. So definitely keep an eye out for that. That's going to be sweet when it's done. What else has been going on? Getting ready to move, actually, so I've been dealing with a lot of like just moving stuff, you know what I mean? Getting all my parts consolidated, putting them in Tupperwares and stuff like that, labeling everything, putting that into storage bins, and just dealing with that whole shenanigans. So that's been a hassle. Been working on the car. Let's talk about that. So I've definitely gotten a decent amount of stuff done on the car since the last time it was seen on the channel. Nothing like incredibly crazy, but let's go over everything. So basically nothing under the engine bay here has changed other than I'm now running a different MAF. I have an N60 MAF in there. Before I had an E60, which is basically just the later version of the N60 MAF. That seems to be going good so far. Pretty soon I am planning on deleting my idle air control valve. You can see right now I just have it all unplugged. There's the other two idle air control system plugs. So right now none of that is plugged in. Other than that, everything seems to be good. Also, as you can see, I do now have all the wheels the same color, and I also went and refinished all of them. That one's actually a pretty bit dirty because it's right near the exhaust dump, but yeah, that one, as you can see, they're all the same color. I went ahead and did silver centers, and I don't know how well you'll be able to see, but it's a it's just like a brushed aluminum lip, and you can see all those splotches on there. The reason I did a brushed lip is because if you have a polished lip, it won't get this like as fast if you have like a nice polish on there, but it will still get all the black spots, and you have to, you know, kind of clean them and repolish them a lot, which polishing is pretty tedious. This way, I just keep a Brillo pad in my car, and anytime I want to clean my rims up, go ahead and wash them, Brillo pad the lips back up, and they'll look nice and shiny again. So that's why I went ahead and did that. If you go back and look at some of my previous videos and try and pay attention to my roof here, the paint was destroyed. So I went ahead, stripped a bunch of the paint off, brought it down as many layers as I kind of could with materials I had at the time. I know I could have went a bit further with it, and if you look in a lot of spots, you can still see remnants of the layers where I didn't blend them that well. Up here you can kind of see, you can feel it, but all in all, from a distance, it looks so much better than it did. There was tons of Bondo over here, which again, I'll kind of get it in the light there. There, you see that wave line like right in the middle? Yeah, it picks it up. If you look at it in the right light, like out in the sun, or especially when it's wet, you could see it really easily. But basically you have to still catch it like at the right angle. From most angles it looks pretty darn good, so I'm happy with that. I took this door, passenger door. I'd already previously a while ago did the passenger rear door, but I took the front passenger door, sanded that down, and painted that the flat to match this rear door here. Took the molding off and cleaned up all the residue from that. You can also see I now have a full front fender piece there. I went ahead and I had a chunk from my old rusty fender. I took the rust off and kind of cleaned it up a little bit and then welded on that on there. You can see I did mess up and it's got a pretty fat divot right there in the center. You can see right in the center it kind of bows in, and I didn't really paint it that many times, and I didn't primer it at all, so you could still easily see the Bondo pattern there. But once I realized the divot, I didn't really care too much about how it looked. I'm still going to be looking for a nice pristine fender once I find one. There's just another quick look at the opposite side of the car. Again, you can see all the wheels are matching. I didn't half-ass it and just do one side. Alright, so that's about it as far as updates on the Sentra. The only other things that have really gone on is I got this car registered under classic plate now, so it just kind of fits the vehicle a little bit better. It's not bright blue anymore, it's just a nice flat white. That looks pretty good. And then also besides that, I have been working on the tune a little bit. Like I said, I got the different math in there, so I have since retuned since the last video. Been messing around a lot with the real-time board, so feel like I've been dialing that in a little bit better, and I have a few little dyno graphs, I guess you could say, from a program called Virtual Dyno, which is basically where you take a log from, there's a number of different programs you could use, but you take a log of a short run, essentially like the same as what a dyno pull would be, and put that in the program. It does some calculations and some math and stuff, and gives you a reference of horsepower and torque. So I have a few of those to go that I'll show. I think I have 3 different ones that I can show, and just to kind of get a good idea of, you know, average of about what the power of the car is making. I'm not sure exactly how accurate this is, and also I basically every single run screwed up and didn't hit the stop button as soon as I was done with the pull. I waited a few seconds, so like I know that'll probably play a factor in how it calculates everything, because it's going to see that drop at the end. So not sure exactly how accurate these will be, but I have 3 of them, so you could take kind of an average of the 3 and get a good idea of about what the power I'm making in this thing is. So I'll throw those up now. So again, not exactly sure how accurate those are because of the way I've been, you know, missing the button and stuff like that, but it should be a good idea. This car should be boogieing. So that's going to be about it for this video. I just kind of wanted to catch everybody up. I have a couple of other videos that I am working on editing. One is of this car. I went and did like a little Stancy type, you know, car edit of this thing. I haven't done one of those in a little while, so did one of those. Also, quick one to mention, another reason why I've waited a while to not post anything is the editing program I was using, I had like a subscription to. I didn't own the program or the software necessarily, so that ran out in like early March. So that's another reason why I haven't posted anything, is because I didn't want to spend the money necessarily to get the subscription for that program. So this video and the next videos from now on will actually be shot on the same camera, but they'll be edited on a different program and a different computer. They'll actually be edited on iMovie, so I don't know. We'll see how I get with that. But I forgot what I was talking about. So I have a few other videos in the works. The edit of this thing, we'll see how that comes out. See if you guys like it. I think I'll actually probably post these at the same time. And then the other video I've worked on is, actually you guys are sitting right above it. I have my other spare SR20 block. I went ahead and drilled and tapped this guy for an oil drain, because obviously this is my spare block. If I ever need this, I'll want to just throw everything together in this. I won't, necessarily want to deal with tapping all that and whatever. So now this is good to go. I can go ahead. I'll probably throw some oil in the cylinders, wrap it with saran wrap, whatever, and just stash it, kind of like I did with the head. Like I said, I'm moving soon, so I gotta get all my parts consolidated and safe for storage in a place that I'm sure it's gonna be as nice and moisture safe as my garage here, so I want to make sure everything's good for storage. But that'll be posted in the next week or so. I'm actually really happy I made this video, because I've seen a lot of controversy over people asking where to tap the oil pan on these things, and you don't tap the oil pan, you tap the block. Don't tap the pan, do it right. So I went pretty in depth on that. I basically showed every step how to, so there'll be no excuses. There's a walkthrough on how to do it. It's not hard. The only excuse you could really have is not wanting to spend like 50 bucks for materials, but if you tap the pan, you're gonna have to spend like 35 bucks for a bung, so it's about the same either way. But that's about it for this one. Go ahead and subscribe if you guys are new here. Hit the like button for me, I'd appreciate that. I guess that'll show that everybody's watching it. And drop some comments. I don't know, give me some ideas on some stuff to shoot. I am kind of running out of ideas here, and once I'm out of this garage, I'm definitely not going to have as many ideas of stuff to shoot. So let me know on what you guys might want to see, and I don't know, I'll give us some ideas a shot maybe. So that's about it. I guess I'll see you guys next time.